Hi, I'm Dr. Donna Summerlin, Chair of the Department of Language and Literature. I want to welcome you to this informational meeting. We'll start with a quick overview. Our department offers majors in Spanish, French, English, and TESOL, which is teaching English to speakers of other languages. And all of these areas also offer certification in teaching and education for those who are interested in teaching at the high school or middle school level. With me in this meeting are faculty who specialize in each of these disciplines. They're going to introduce themselves and their guest and share just a bit of information about their programs.
Hi, my name is James Wilkins, and as one of two professors of French at Lee University, I have to say we're really excited about our French program in the Department of Language and Literature. Students in our department may opt to either minor or major in French. Minors can currently major in a variety of programs offered at the university: history, English, business, TESOL, religion, to name a few. After completing a minor in French on campus, French majors may then continue to complete their program as a major in one of our two study abroad collaborative programs. One in Strasbourg, France, a program called Accès, and the other in Angers, located a short distance to the west of Paris, in a program called CIDEF. After graduation, French majors have gone on into master's and PhD programs in French studies. They've gone into missions endeavors and have served as teachers and teaching assistants in France. Two of our French majors are currently studying in the program at Angers: Riley Grace Poe, a French and English major, and Micah Spicer, a French and Intercultural Studies major. I'm glad to have Riley Grace here with us today from her host family's home just outside of the city of Angers. Riley Grace, would you like to say a few words, please?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Wilkins. So like he said, I am a double major in French and English literature, and being a part of the Language and Lit family at Lee has been such a wonderful part of my college experience. Really, it's such a family environment, and that's something that I really appreciate. In my time studying abroad, I have been able to live in a host home as well, which has made a huge difference. Being able to grow in not only cultural knowledge and linguistic knowledge, but just being a part of a family has made a big difference. Dr. Wilkins was actually able to come visit us in Angers and meet my host parents. We shared dinner together, which was incredibly memorable. And I think memories like that are ones that I'll cherish for a really long time. It has had me missing the relationality of Lee on campus, so to be able to have a little bit of that over here in France has been amazing. I'm a huge fan of Lee's focus on study abroad as well, and Lang and Lit has a lot of options to incorporate study abroad into your time. The English department also has an England trip as well, but I'm really grateful to be here in France, to be working on my language study and growing in that way. So I've been really grateful to be a part of this group of people, and I hope more people can come check out CDF because it's amazing.
Thanks, Riley. Grace.
Hi, I'm Chris Blake, and I am associate professor in the TESOL program here at Lee University. And first of all, I just want to say how grateful we are that you've taken your time to be part of this Lee Day experience. All of us are just so happy that we can engage in this way today. I want to say that now there's never been a better time than now, actually, to be part of teaching English to speakers of other languages. Even as I speak today, I've been receiving information from students of mine who are just graduating and getting jobs in great places. And so they're applying for jobs, they're getting jobs. And as we move forward, I see nothing but just really a great future for teachers of speakers of other languages. A couple of quick points I want to tell you about our program. We have two tracks, two possibilities for you. You can major in teaching English to speakers of other languages with licensure, which means that you can be licensed and ready to teach K to 12 after you graduate. Or you could choose a track that's not geared towards teaching in the United States, that prepares you to teach all over the world. And with that major track, you can also double major and do all kinds of exciting things in other programs as well. We also have, I'm thrilled to tell you about the English Language Center. And in the English Language Center, our teachers are actually our students. So you, when you come to Lee University, will be able to be part of the Language Center and teach English to about 120 different people from all over the world on Thursday nights. Your class wouldn't be that large, but you certainly would have a lot of great teaching experience. And so our students graduate with up to 2 years of English teaching experience. So yeah, this is a great time to be a part of Lee, a great time to be in a program such as TESOL, and I'd love to meet you face-to-face or virtually on Lee Day. So good to talk to you today.
Hola, buenos días. My name is Dr. Betsy Poole, and I am an assistant professor of Spanish and linguistics here. So I actually get to teach in both our Spanish program and our TESOL program that you just heard from Dr. Blake about. And I just wanted to share a few quick aspects of our program with you. So we do offer the Spanish major and the Spanish minor, just like our French programs. And I think one of the beautiful things about our program is that with our 5 faculty, we all come from different backgrounds. So you'll have non-native and native speaking professors that represent nationalities from Colombia, from Chile, from España, and myself from Southern Florida. So you get a nice diversity of culture there. We also have our program designed to really offer you the chance to improve your Spanish in all major skill areas. So speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So we have various classes and special topics classes that are all targeted to give you those skills and that cultural experience so that you can then take it onto the job market. So we have students that wind up going to speech pathology programs to work with international students from a Spanish-speaking background. We have students who go on to teach Spanish, both here but also overseas. Missions work is another popular choice in a lot of our Spanish majors upon graduation. But then there's a host of interpretation and translation jobs in the legal fields, in courtrooms, in the education systems, working with school districts, and then also in the medical field. We have several thriving programs within our majors that I also wanted to highlight. We have a Spanish tutoring center and a Spanish writing center where all of our majors get the chance to work and tutor with intermediate and elementary Spanish students in our program and getting that practical experience before they graduate. And we also have several study abroad programs that leave in the summer. So we have one currently going to Ecuador to our sister seminary. And then we also have a month-long trip to Colombia where students actually get to live with host families, much like you heard Riley Grace describe in the France program right now. And then really one of the things I really wanted just to highlight is the sense of community that our program really focuses on. So we frequently gather at the table for fiestas, we host conferences, we have a Latinos club that celebrates cultural diversity and invites guest speakers, has dance lessons, movie nights, and we really want you to feel like you're a part of our family here. So with that being said, I have the pleasure to introduce you to one of our students, Allie Toombs, and she actually is a double major in both TESOL and Spanish. So she's going to speak to us just for a minute about her experience. So Allie, take it away.
Hi, like Dr. Poole said, I'm a double major in Spanish and TESOL, and I have loved both programs so much. Two really key things I like to highlight about both programs is the study abroad opportunities, especially the one in Colombia. I had the pleasure of going with Dr. Stefanel, and I felt like my Spanish was really improved on that trip. Also, as Dr. Blake said, Lee University is the only university that we know of that has the opportunity available for undergraduates to teach English in a program like that. So the English Language Center is really a unique opportunity that our program offers that I'm very thankful for. The experience, the people I've met, and the real hands-on practice. So I really appreciate that. And I've gotten to teach in the cafes and in the tutoring center. So I've gotten some good hands-on teaching there, which has been a huge blessing. And so, yes, I would highly recommend both programs. And a double major has been, I think, probably optimal for me because I've gotten to experience what it's like to learn a language in Spanish. And then I get to translate that and be able to relate to my students in the TESOL program while they are learning a language. So I think it's very interconnected. And if you have the opportunity to double major, I would definitely recommend it.
Thanks, Allie.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Brown, and I teach in the English department. I'm a professor who mainly focuses on the literature and education side, 2 of the 3 tracks we have in the English major. And I'd like to highlight 2 things. And one, I'm going to sound a bit like a broken record. For those of you who don't know, a record is like a CD, but it's older. So A lot of people have focused on relationships or community or family, and this runs across our department. Whether that's in a small discussion class, like one I'm teaching this semester that meets at night. We meet one night a week, we bring food, we sit around and eat, and we talk for 2.5 hours about literature we love. Or whether it's outside the classroom through something like our English Honor Society that hosts an annual Halloween party that we, in our geekness, call Night of the Living Red, where people dress up as literary-themed costumes and have a good time together. Whether that's more academic, like our annual symposium, where students share their critical or creative works with people from the surrounding area, or even the national convention, where we tend to take students every year, whether that's in St. Louis, Las Vegas, or Pittsburgh. Also in the education track, you will take classes with people across the board in general methods, and then you'll take an English methods class, and you'll get to student teach, and you'll spend a lot of time with your colleagues who also want to be professional educators. So that's the community aspect. But I'd also like to talk about curriculum a little bit, in that what I think we offer that a lot of schools don't is a good combination of foundational material with some sort of choice after that. So you would take a couple of surveys at the beginning, the US Lit, the British Lit, but then you get some choice in 400-level seminars, and you can take classes in Shakespeare, British Romantics, or the American novel, or Protestant literature, or Melville, Morrison, and the New Millennium, as I'm teaching this semester. So you have lots of options after you've established those foundational bits of knowledge that you would need to succeed. And so now I'd like to introduce one of our graduating students this semester. Ashley Walker is a double major in English and humanities, in classics specifically, and she'll be going off to graduate school next year, and she can tell you about her experience. Ashley?
Hey, so like Dr. Brown said, I'm Ashley. I definitely think that one of my favorite parts about being in the English major has been how much the professors genuinely love what they do and enjoy what they teach. So I know every time I've been doing a reading for a class, I can look forward to that class and rely on the fact that the professor is going to be excited about what we're talking about and point out things that I hadn't noticed, ask questions that I wouldn't have thought of, and also allow a space for myself and other students to make observations and ask questions. And I think that that's really valuable. And then I know that leaving that class, I'm going to have a better understanding of the reading and be able to better analyze it and other readings, as well as being just genuinely excited about the discussion that we just had in class. So I think that that mixture of learning about specific readings, learning analytical skills that you can apply broadly, and then the professor and students being excited about the reading is very valuable in our major. Also, just Dr. Brown talked about this a little bit, but the student community with the English Honors Program or English Honors Society, and then also just the classroom community among English majors. Whenever you walk into an English class a few minutes before it starts, chances are it's not going to be quiet. People aren't going to be on their phones ignoring each other, but they're going to be having conversations either just about life, or even starting to talk about what we're discussing in class that day. And so I think that says a lot about how much students in our department want to be around each other and how much they're excited about the material that we're covering. So I definitely think that the English major has prepared me well for reading and writing at a graduate level and helped me develop some really important analytical skills that I look forward to using in the fall. So.
Thanks, Ashley.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel Renaslausis, and I'm here to talk about the English writing major. Most students who choose the writing major do that because they are interested in creative writing. They dream of being novelists or poets or screenwriters or playwrights. And so we developed a program that gives them a wide experience in those genres. We have 3 faculty who regularly teach creative writing courses. Each of them publishes frequently in their genres. Each of them develops long-term mentorships with the students they teach. Each of them encourages students to begin publishing their work even as undergraduates to build a foundation for a professional writing career. But we also realize that it's really hard to get a full-time job as a poet. And so we intentionally created a program that gives students a range of experiences. So you'll take introductory classes in editing and publishing, professional and technical writing, rhetoric. You'll have opportunities on campus for writing and editing internships, for teaching experience, for mentoring student writers in the writing center or in the writing studios. And so we've tried to design a program which equips students to use their talents with words in a wide variety of creative and professional settings after they graduate. I've invited 2 students to join me today. First, Delight Ajaka, who's a current writing major, and then Danielle Page, who's a recent graduate. Delight?
Thank you, Dr. Rachel. I'm Delight. I'm a double major in English writing and digital media. And the reason why I chose those 2 majors is because I want to engage my writing skills in professional media as well. Like she said, we have students who want to be writers, novelists, screenwriters. So my goal is to use my creative skills with words and engage them in film and media, which is a specific genre. So for the writing major at Lee University, it's very critical to me and very important to me because I have professors who push you to be the best that you can be. At first, I didn't think I could do anything with writing, but I had a professor who saw what I wrote and was like, wow, you should definitely think about a writing major. And so I tried it. I took a couple classes, intro to fiction, and I loved it. And now I'm doing advanced fiction writing, which is helping me see that the more I revise and work on my craft, the better I become. And then the more chances I have of becoming who I want to be. So definitely we have professors who are ready to mentor you and work with you and help you grow as much as you want as a writer. As long as you're willing to put in the work, you get the best you want. And then we also have the Writing Center, which is a very great place, and I'm glad to be a tutor there this semester. We get to tutor young writers who are still working on their craft, who are not sure what words to use and how to express themselves very well. So we help them in the process. We don't edit for them, we tutor them and help them understand the craft of writing, and it's a great opportunity to work there.
Hi, everybody. My name's Danielle Page. I'm a recent graduate. I was an English writing major with a history minor, but I really fell in love with the English major while working in the Writing Center and also teaching in our studio. So I got the opportunity to begin teaching college level courses through a supplementary course that we have, an introductory writing course. Students take their freshman year. And so that was a huge opportunity. I began to see that you can develop writing as a skill. And I always knew that I wanted to teach eventually, but didn't know what age or how I could do that. And so my love for writing and my love for teaching was combined into this art called composition. And so I began learning so much in my classes, and I dabbled in creative writing and still appreciate that. But once I got into those more academic level classes, I realized that I wanted to pursue composition and become a professor. And it wouldn't have happened had it not been for my professors who really showed me the ropes and gave me opportunities to teach and to hone my craft in a job setting. And so I recently got accepted to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I'll be attending there in the fall, and I get to continue learning about something that I love. And if I hadn't been at Lee and I hadn't been surrounded by these professors and just given these great opportunities, it wouldn't have happened. And so I'm very grateful. This department really does care about you. They're gonna help you succeed, and they're gonna help you find your path. And so if you're interested in writing, then I definitely recommend the major.
So you can see in this department, we have a wide range of backgrounds, a wide range of interests, but what holds us together is our love of language and our belief that words can entertain, can edify, and can empower people. We try to teach our students that they can go out into the world and they can use their words to change the world for the better. And we know that they will. Thanks for spending time with us today. Please get in touch if you have questions, and we look forward to seeing you soon.